Not once did Michelle Obama talk about vegetables and cardio. That's her whole life now. Being fit. Southside with You is the story of Michelle and Barack Obama on their first date, and Parker Sawyers plays a young Barack Obama, and Tika Sumpter plays a young Michelle Robinson on their first date in the South Side of Chicago. On their first date, they go to an art exhibition, they attend a meeting for Michelle's work, and various things along the way. And this is kind of a hard movie to review because these things actually did happen, these conversations did happen, and when you go on a date, you want to tell the person all about your life, things you did when you grew up, things so that the other person gets to know you better. And watching this film, I honestly felt like the focus of this movie was to tell the audience mostly about what happened to Michelle Robinson and Barack Obama growing up. We learned things where, like, Barack Obama lived when he was younger, when he was 10 years old, like Kenya and Hawaii, and various things we learned about Michelle Robinson throughout. And I really feel like the focus of this movie wasn't their date, even though the whole movie was their date. I feel like the focus of this movie was to tell the audience members some key facts about Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And like I said, it's a hard movie to review because they probably discussed those things, but I feel like the movie heavily focused on Barack Obama's parents, and Michelle Robinson's parents, things they did when they were younger that we might not know about, and setting up their future roles. And there was a long scene in the middle of him giving a speech to a group of people that are working towards a community center, and him trying to persuade them to, kind of calm down, and we'll talk to the mayor and different things like that, and that sets up who he becomes later in life. And it just didn't focus too much on the relationship because the relationship was really rocky. It wasn't a date at first, and she was a person that really wasn't interested in Barack Obama, and he had to spit some game and try to persuade her that he was an interesting guy, and he was kind of interesting, but she was just harsh on him, and the relationship was like a roller coaster. She really hated him, then she was nice, then she just threw facts at him about his life that he probably didn't think about, and how he was a bad person. Then they were sweet together, and then, just kind of was up and down, and you just didn't feel that connection. You didn't feel like these two people honestly would ever get married at all in their life, because they really hated each other. Dates start off rough kind of at first, it's later on where you get to know each other more, but I just didn't feel like there was a connection between these two people that they would end up getting married. Though I do think that Tika Sumpter and Parker Sawyers played their parts really well. I do think that Parker Sawyer looked the part. The more and more I watched this film, the more and more I saw a younger Barack Obama, and his voice ended up sounding like Barack Obama halfway through when he was giving his speech, is my fellow Americans. That kind of like deeper voice, it was there. Overall, Southside with You had some charming moments. It tried to be pretentious with some of its shots and its music. I didn't feel that connection between Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, even though that they would get married. And I feel like the focus of this movie definitely was to tell the audience members about their lives and setting up their careers later on. So Southside with You gets a C. So if you guys want to watch a movie about two people going on a date just in one day, I highly recommend Before Sunrise. Before Sunrise did a great job with that. So if you guys have seen Southside with You, what did you guys think about it? Did you guys like it? Do you think that you got to feel a love connection between them two? Because I honestly didn't. So this is Just Watch Movies. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Just Watch Movies here on YouTube for more movie reviews. And you stay classy, YouTube.